So the movie begins, and we see an injured girl running away from someone in the middle of a deserted desert. His mouth was covered in blood and there was a car behind him. Now a man comes out of the car and throws a water bottle and a gun at him. The woman first drinks water and quickly picks up the gun and loads it. She wanted to kill that man with this gun, but her aim was not accurate, and in the end, the man killed this girl by crushing her under his car. The scene cuts, and we are again shown a girl walking through the desert. Her name is Bobby, who is currently talking to her sister on call. From their conversation, it becomes clear that Bobby was going to her friend, who had not behaved well with Bobby in the past as well. He even raised his hand. His sister says that it should not happen, that like our dad, he also turns out to be a bad person and you have to suffer torture all your life like mom. But Bobby doesn't listen to her sister, as she wants to give her relationship a chance for now. On the way, she stops at a fuel station where she meets the sheriff. The sheriff offers him a beer, but Bobby was not interested in talking to him. She pays her money and moves on. She was still talking to her sister, who was instigating her against her friend. This makes Bobby very angry, and she starts overspinning. In such a situation, she did not notice that a sheriff's car was also parked on the road and it had seen her. When the sheriff followed him and gave him the signal to stop, he had to stop. Through the mirror, she saw that it was the same Sharif who was trying to talk to her at the fuel station. The sheriff looks at his documents and later informs him that he has been issued a $1,000 fine. Such a huge fine for overspeeding. He did not even have that much money. So the sheriff said, "Look back. My car's lights are broken. You threw something from your car and caused it to break." Bobby didn't do anything like that. And yet this sheriff was blaming him for all these things. The sheriff doesn't listen to her and says that if you want, you can go to the ATM at the fuel station and withdraw cash. Until that time, your documents and your phone will remain with me. Bobby got angry and asked, "What law is this? You have also taken my mobile phone from me." Sharif also gets angry and says, "I don't need to be taught the law. Do exactly as I say." When she reached the fuel station, she came to know that the ATM there was closed for the last 1 week. Bobby tells her problem to the owner here, that she has been stopped by the sheriff and she will have to pay a huge fine. This man told that some girls have come here several times in a week, who have to withdraw money only for the challan. From then on, Bobby realized that Sheriff does this on purpose, and that he enjoys teasing the girls. To teach him a lesson, Bobby decides that she will not become his victim at all, and will leave from here without giving him the money, even if his ID and phone remain with him. The sheriff sees Bobby running away from a distance. We see that Bobby's friend's call was also coming on his phone, after receiving which the sheriff said that she will call you later. When he threw the phone in a box, we saw that there were many other phones and IDs in that box. He now takes out his gun and shoots at Bobby's headlights, and Bobby is forced to stop. The sheriff comes and asks her, "Why did you run away from there? Whereas I told you to wait there." Bobby says, "Please try to understand my situation. I have to go to my boyfriend. If I don't reach on time, he will definitely suspect me." Then the sheriff says, "It is difficult for you to go. You have got to pay another fine. The headlights of your car are also broken." Now he also starts searching Bobby. In some strange way, Bobby doesn't like all this. The chef tells him that during all this, your license will remain with me. If you want, you can get this license by paying the fine. After this, Bobby started leaving from here quickly. But then we are shown that the sheriff bursts Bobby's tire from behind by shooting a gun at him. Bobby's car lost balance and started sinking in the sand. Bobby understood that this man was going to play a game of death with him. To save her life, Bobby started running on foot. She stole money from a man so that she could use it to save herself from Sharif, and then she sat there to take a sigh of relief. Just then, a waitress came there and asked Bobby to order something, because sitting there without ordering was not allowed. She orders coffee, and then she sees that Sheriff has also arrived there. She got up in fear and went towards the washroom. She was looking for some other way to escape from here, but she couldn't find one. One good thing he found out was that the sheriff had brought his car right here. Seeing this, he got a new idea, and he quickly got on the road and called 911, and asked for help at a gas station far away. She knew that there was only one gentleman in the entire area, and he would be sent to the gas station. While she herself immediately called her boyfriend and tried to explain the whole situation, that a sheriff was after her. He is becoming an enemy of his life. But here, instead of understanding her, her boyfriend starts accusing her of cheating. Now scared, Bobby tries to call her sister. She was about to tell him that she was in trouble. He heard the sheriff's voice from behind. The sheriff was here to return his license, mobile and keys to him. She was shocked to see how a man's behavior changed so quickly. Everything seemed normal, so he told his sister also. No, maybe it was my misconception. Now everything is fine here. On the other hand, we saw that the man whose money Bobby had stolen blamed the waitress for stealing the money, and her boss fired her from the job without even listening to her justification. She was sitting outside sadly. Then Bobby came out, and Bobby asked her for a lift. The girl also agrees, and both of them start their journey together. These people were talking about this when suddenly a bullet was fired, which hit the girl's head, and she died, and her blood got on Bobby's car. The one who killed this girl was none other than Sheriff, who was killing the girls, for no one knew why. Bobby was shocked. Such a big accident happening suddenly and someone dying in front of his eyes. He was not even able to breathe. She got out of the car to normalize herself. Before she could completely relax here, he saw that Sharif was now following him. She decides to run away. During all this, Bobby also started getting calls from his sister. She wanted to receive it and quickly tell all this to her sister. But then he found out that it was the sheriff on call. Sheriff had saved his number in place of his sister's. Amidst this trouble, suddenly a truck started coming in front of Bobby's car. Bobby quickly stopped the car and waved to the truck to stop. The truck driver quickly got out of the truck. Seeing Bobby's condition, he asks him what happened. Bobby tells him that Sharif is after me. He wants to kill me. He also killed my companion. Please help me. Seeing the situation serious, the boy takes out a gun from his truck and points it at Sharif. Sharif tells that girl, "You should not be influenced by this girl's words. This is a killer. He has killed a girl. The police have been after him since morning. Hand over this girl to me and you can go." The truck driver looks at Bobby. His condition did not seem like he was a killer. He realized that Sheriff was the wrong man. Before he shoots the sheriff, when his attention is diverted, the sheriff shoots and kills him. As soon as this man died, Bobby quickly got back into her car and drove away from there. She drove the car and arrived at a deserted garage. He parked the car here. She was trying to find a place to hide here, but then he heard the sound of someone's footsteps. To protect himself, he picked up a stick from here and attacked the man who was following him. He thought he was a gentleman, but he was a man who worked in this church. He takes Bobby inside. He bandages his wounds and even makes coffee for him. Bobby tells her the whole story about how a gentleman is after her and has even murdered 2 people. After listening to his story, he asks Bobby to stay here, and he also decides to call his boss for his help because he felt that the boss will surely help him and get Bobby out of this trouble. Bobby herself asks to go to the washroom, and the boy points her towards a room. Within a short while, someone arrived here. She was surprised when she entered the room. Apart from the tools related to car mechanics, there were some very strange tools here. The way Chan 100 and things like that surprised her. What are these things doing here? As she moved forward, she saw many girls' IDs on a wall. And after seeing these IDs, it clicked in Bobby's mind that this place is not Sheriff's. She had just thought this when the sheriff appeared in front of her and she became very frightened. Sheriff asks, "Why are you thinking so much?" Let me tell you, the numbers on these IDs represent how far this girl was able to run. Before Bobby tries to escape from here, the other boy, who was claiming to be the mechanic here, hits Bobby on the head and knocks him unconscious. Actually, this boy was also the sheriff's brother and used to help him in such activities. Both of them were psychos. After a while, when Bobby regains consciousness, she sees that she was tied to a chair. The sheriff begins telling his story about why he hates women so much and why he is doing all this. Actually, his mother was not a good woman. She was engrossed in her own fun, due to which both of them traveled a lot. After this, he shows a knife to Bobby and tells that I made it from my mom's skin. That means he had also murdered his mother. And now he catches hold of Bobby's tongue with this same knife and mercilessly cuts his tongue and says that you had abused me with the same tongue, right? The pain was so much that Bobby became unconscious once again. When he regained consciousness, he found that he had been untied from the chair. She got up, picked up the sheriff's knife, and walked out of there. It was not that the sheriff was not aware of his trick. Every girl with whom he did this would definitely try to run away. Now Bobby was running in the darkness of the night, just like the same woman we saw at the beginning of the movie, and the sheriff was chasing her with his car. When Bobby also got tired of running, she fell down. The sheriff tosses her a gun with one bullet in it, just like the girls before. He was expecting that, like every other girl, Bobby too would shoot at him. But he shot himself, and the sheriff was very angry. He comes, and Bobby also shouts that this game doesn't work like this, and after checking, he finds that Bobby was alive. He actually fired a shot in the air. As soon as the sheriff came near him, he attacked the sheriff with the sheriff's own knife. While the sheriff was writhing in pain, Bobby got in the sheriff's car and ran over the sheriff, killing the beast. After which, she went home. From there, he took a big gun. She picked up some IDs as proof, and when she started leaving from here, Sheriff's brother followed her. She killed him brutally and then left the place with her car. Bobby was the girl who ended this game forever. Then she gets a call from her boyfriend on her phone and she gets angry after seeing it. He did not come to save her in such a difficult time. He also threw the phone there. It was seen that Bobby had kept his tongue, which was cut off by the sheriff in an icebox, which he got reattached, and the story ends here.